Here's what they're not telling you about Trump's new ballroom and an anonymous donor funding the military because our government shut down. Democrats are complaining about the new ballroom, saying the construction looks bad and Trump's destroying the White House. Republicans are saying, no, it looks good, shut up libtards. But here's the question. If taxpayer dollars are not funding the ballroom, who's funding the ballroom? A lot of people think Trump is fronting the bill, but the reality is Lockheed Martin is among the biggest public donors funding the ballroom, and there's a list of major corporations funding it as well. I'm not a fan of taxes or taxpayer money, but if an anonymous donor is spending over $100 million to fund the US military, you're naive if you don't at least consider that this is some sort of a lobbying effort and a bribe. Personally, I don't think it's cute or philanthropic that a donor did this. I think they're doing what donors always do, which is paying politicians in order to gain favor and get things. Trump recently said in Israel that he thinks one of his biggest donors likes a foreign nation more than America. If you say that, of course that's anti-Semitism, but when Trump says it, it's just ha 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 ha. And just like Lockheed Martin and other companies are funding the ballroom, every time a president wins, they have this lavish inauguration, and corporations to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars fund the inauguration. And that's pretty much already been proven to be a way to curry favor with the person who wins the election. And I agree with the right that the left has become insane, ridiculous, and it's hard to even talk to them about anything. But the right doesn't realize that they're being tricked into this false paradigm where they constantly feel like they have to grovel at Trump's feet and defend him against the left, and any honest journalism or valid criticism of what he's doing when he's selling out, they've almost been programmed to assume it's just a libtard or MSNBC, which is part of the WWE show. Not everything is left versus right, and Trump thrives in the left versus right because Trump versus the left is like LeBron James playing against a baby on a Fisher-Price basket. The elites are not threatened by this conversation going in loop, because if you haven't figured it out yet, there's certain donors and certain corporations who fund both sides. They don't care which actor, which puppet, or which ideology is in the White House. So if you see Bill Gates sitting next to Melania, or Trump cutting deals with Pfizer, even though RFK Jr. is the HHS director, we wanted to oppose stuff like this, don't be surprised. Both sides are lobbyable and controllable, and Trump is not the exception, no matter how much people think that he is. So when it comes to the ballroom and mega donors secretly funding our military, why have so many Republicans on my side been brainwashed to think that that's some heroic, amazing thing instead of what it most likely really is? Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. Let me know in the comments what you think, like always.